You guys look at Colorado State. What kind of stands out there? What's the big big matchup for you guys there?
Well, just like last year, I mean, they're a big running team, but they also got Shot Higgins, so a threat at receiver. So we have to do our job of stopping the run, like we always try and do, and limit the passes to him as well.
Coaches said a little different style of run game than what you've seen this year. You're gonna two backs and things like that. The linebacker, you kind of like that?
Definitely, it's a fun defense to play, and it's just kind of just like Virginia in an aspect where you're a lot more downhill, a lot of gap scheme, zone team, and those are fun to play. It's a little more old school defense.
So if they go 5 wide, then you're ready to go up against Higgins?
Oh, definitely, definitely.
You look at what you guys have done defensively the last 3 weeks. What stands out good? What stands out as maybe the one thing you guys can still get better at?
I think we've been a disciplined defense. The game plan that our coaches have been giving us is a good one, and I think we've been doing a good job of following that. And I think in these upcoming weeks, we need to continue to do that.
I was talking to Andy yesterday, and he was saying that you guys are, the way that so many of you guys are playing so well, he can rest you guys and stuff, and you don't have to play as many snaps. Tanner was saying that's good and bad because he wants to play more, but he likes being fresh. How do you like the way you guys rotate in and out and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. You never want to not be on the field when you're out there, but having a guy back there that was able to get the job done just as well is a good feeling, because then you're able to go out there for 3 or 4 plays and really give it your all, and then you're getting rotated in, and so it helps out a little bit.
Do you notice maybe in the fourth quarter that you're a little fresher, maybe the next day, or you're not quite as sore?
Most definitely, and even during the game you're not as tired or winded, and that helps out a lot because you're able to think better too. Coming off the sideline, half the game is on the sideline making corrections and whatnot. So when you're able to come out there and you're not busy just thinking about where can I get air and whatnot, it's good to come up there and be able to actually really think.
And what's that say for the guys behind you, that you guys and the coaches have enough confidence and they're good enough to be able to give you guys a rest?
Definitely. I mean, the 1s and 2s are pretty much interchangeable on our defense, and I think the coaches know that, and the trust is there, which is the most important thing for coaches.
You look at what Darian and Dante have been able to do back there in the secondary with the interceptions. I mean, you start to shake your head at some point. I mean, how do they keep getting the ball?
It's fun. It's fun to watch, and it's fun to hear them talk about their competitions between each other, and it's kind of contagious to the defense of us not trying to keep up, but us squeeze one here and there.
Who you got? Who's going to win in the end?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't put one name on it. Just if Dante was still in the boundary, then I'd have to choose him because we're boundary side. So but now that he stays only one side, I can't really pick one.
I know you're not. I was kind of joking. You're not going to be going up against Higgins, but as a defense, when you have a guy that Marcel said he's a pro, be playing on Sundays probably next year. I mean, as a defense as a whole, do you guys take a challenge like that to try to shut somebody like that down?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, we don't want to allow him to get what his usual dose is during a game, and we're gonna have a game plan for that. And helping out our DBs. Not putting them on an island one-on-one within the whole game. And making sure we're, as a D-line and linebackers, getting to the quarterback faster so he can't just sit back there in the pocket and throw the ball around.
There's been a lot of talk about that BYU game and how you guys don't want to have that feeling again. Sam was saying that day doesn't go by when it doesn't think about that game. I mean, is that game always going to haunt you guys? Is it tough to kind of put that one behind you?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to. What happens, and you kind of move on. And I agree with him. I mean, it definitely hurts when a game ends like that. And so you just kind of take it as a learning experience and make sure it doesn't happen again.
Is it motivating, I guess, because you don't want it to happen again? And I mean, but when it sits with you too, is it more what it might mean later than what it means now too? Or
yeah, I mean, it definitely sits a little wrong in the stomach, and I think later in the season, I think that might happen. But you got to take it one game at a time, and we just got to make sure we go out there and beat Colorado State.
You guys talked about being a dominant defense earlier this year. How do you kind of define a dominant defense, I guess?
Well, first we want to make a team one-dimensional, and that's stopping the run. And if we can do that, then we can put the ball in the quarterback's hands and help our DBs out in the secondary, then we're able to eliminate the passes as well too. And so I think that's what it starts with.
How much confidence are you guys continuing to build by the week with what the production and results that you're seeing?
Extreme confidence in especially with the 1 and 2 deep. By by going ahead in some of these games, we're able to get experience even on 3 deeps and 4 deeps, and so that's building the level of trust and confidence in some of the other players.